After a wait of about 6 months, OnePlus is back in the game with OnePlus 6, the most awaited flagship phone of 2018. Comes with the notch, full glass body and a very competitive price. So let's see, is OnePlus 6 worth buying or not? What is up guys, I am Abhishek from Moviesium and this is the full review of OnePlus 6. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to Moviesium and hit the bell icon. So when it comes to deciding about which smartphone one should buy, the D&D factor plays a vital role in the decision making. The design of this phone leaves a good impression on the buyer's mind, as OnePlus 6 is totally made up of glass except for the side rim which is made up of aluminum. Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and rear gives it a richer look, but the rear panel acts like a fingerprint magnet. It attracts smudges easily like the one we notice on iPhone with jet black color. Installing the glass panel on the rear is only for the purpose of supporting wireless charging, which is absent on the OnePlus 6. Hence, apart from making it look better, the glass finish on the rear doesn't serve any other purpose as such. The camera design is restructured and has been designed vertically with classy finishing to the fingerprint scanner placed below the camera and flashlight. The camera quality remains decent as it is similar to the earlier versions. Talking about the display, the dimension of the OnePlus 6 is 6.28 inches with AMOLED screen. Also, the notch at the top seems to be following the trend, but the chin at the bottom of the phone is slightly bigger and remains a spoiler when compared to gorgeous iPhone X. The newly added navigation gesture is not efficient to use as the gestures are not implemented properly. Example, if you swipe from the center of the bottom of the screen upwards, it will guide you to the home screen. Similarly, if you swipe upwards from the left or right corner, it will navigate you to the previous page. But if you tap somewhere between the center and the corners on the bottom side, it takes you to the previous page, which is pretty annoying. The buttons are organized in similar pattern like the older version, but the slider with profile settings, that is normal mode, vibration mode, silent mode, has been shifted to the other side. All in all, the design and display is very pleasing. Although the phone weighs slightly more than the previous models, it fits perfectly in our palm as well as it grips well. The OnePlus 6 comes with power-packed Snapdragon 845 chipset, which enables the device to process things with ease and much faster. The 256 and 128GB internal memory with 8GB RAM and 64GB internal memory with 6GB RAM are the two variants out in the market. Such healthy RAM coupled with the GPU Adreno 630 as its graphic processor. It uses Android 8.1 Oreo and has an octa-core processor, and it switches between the applications real quick. We never faced any hiccup or lag in performance and in multitasking, but one thing I really miss from OnePlus 5 is double tap on the buttons to switch to recent apps. The hardware configuration of this system makes this phone most appropriate for Ultra HD gaming. This phone comes with gaming mode which disables all the notifications except for calls and alarms. The face unlock mechanism works fine on this phone, but the mechanism is not secure enough to be used for authentication purpose. Dual speakers is what I miss on this phone. Stereo effect on speakers on the both ends is what would make the users feel better while watching a movie or playing games on this phone. The device has a network boost setting available in the gaming mode, which limits other applications' network usage when it is turned on. So if you are someone who spends most of their time in gaming, then you will surely love this addition. The phone comes with dual SIM slots, which is pretty common, but what's new is that both the SIM can now support 4G VoLTE. This phone has been ranked above S9 and S9 Plus by the benchmark rating app Antutu. Talking about the camera UI is pretty similar to the older version of OnePlus phones. On the main screen you get photo, portrait and video mode, and if you swipe upwards you will see slow-mo, pro mode, time-lapse and panorama mode. In the bottom left corner you get the secondary camera switch over to the rear camera, whereas on the opposite corner you have the tab which will guide you to the recently captured pictures. The rear camera with two lenses, of which one is 16 megapixel while other is 20 megapixel, possesses great picture quality in daylight, low light as well as in portrait mode. The front camera also does a decent job, but the edge detection sometimes fails to detect edges properly and this might spoil your portrait. The video quality is great as you can record up to 4K along with other features like slow motion, time lapse and panorama. The OIS works fine while taking photos as well as while recording the video. Even the electronic image stabilization works perfectly. Overall, the OnePlus 6 has a really impressive camera that is capable to get great shots quickly. We have already reviewed camera of OnePlus 6. You can check the link in the comments below. The battery life of OnePlus 6 is neither great nor bad. In fact, it is just similar to both the OnePlus 5 and 5T. Considering the battery size is the same, that shouldn't be much of a surprise anymore. This device comes with an enlarged display, so it is pretty obvious it will consume more battery. But the OnePlus claims it has made the battery compatible of delivering more than what the previous versions did. The dash charging facility enables the users to charge the phone quicker, and it would easily last for a day if you are not into gaming or surfing videos on YouTube or any other app which consume more battery. The phone comes with battery saver mode, which proves to be a savior when you are out of battery. So the battery performance completely depends on how extensively you use your phone. But for normal use, you are good to go with OnePlus 6 battery. Frankly speaking, if you are upgrading from a phone with lower spec, then I would recommend you to buy OnePlus 6. Spending 35,000 rupees on a phone with such impressive specifications is a good buy any day. But if you are a OnePlus 5 or 5T users, then I won't recommend you to upgrade to 6. Because the only thing OnePlus 6 has to offer is OIS and EIS in the camera. So if camera is something that matters to you a lot, then you should definitely go for OnePlus 6. So that was our full review of OnePlus 6. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe to my Visium. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.